What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to install an oil catch can on an N55, 135, or 335E chassis. This product is from Burger Tuning, and it is a very easy install, and it's gonna help save your engine in the long term. Now, when you order the oil catch can from Burger Tuning, it's gonna come with the oil catch can itself. It's gonna come with the mounting. This piece is a big help because you don't have to do any retrofitting, any cutting, any nothing. This is gonna be a direct replacement onto your car to make it super easy to install these hoses. So this process is easy to install and is completely reversible. So the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is actually just mount the oil catch can. It's very easy to install, 2 bolts, and it comes with all the necessary hardware. So on top of the oil catch can, you're gonna notice there's 2 bolts there. You can just go ahead and take both of these guys out real quick. That's the first one, and that is the second one. Next step is we're just gonna go ahead and just line up this bracket on top of those 2 holes right there, and just put those 2 bolts back in there. It's gonna look something like this. You can go ahead and just tighten these up all the way now. Now that you have this part secured, we're gonna go ahead and just take out this bolt right here. I believe that's a 10mm. Now that we have the bolt out, we're just gonna slide this in between the coolant tank and the frame of the car. So it's literally gonna be sitting right in between. You put the bolt right on top, and it's gonna look something like this when it's mounted. It actually looks so good. Now the next thing we're gonna have to do is actually remove this engine cover. It's actually very easy. Just pretty much pry up on it, and if you're having a little bit of trouble, you can take off the oil cap. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this on, but I'm gonna go ahead and pry up on this engine cover. So, like I said, just pretty much pry up on it. Should just come off something like that, pretty easy. And thankfully, the PCV is actually in the front on this motor. N54s, they're in the rear, but on the N55s, they are up front. Very easy to access. So, we're just gonna pretty much start out just taking out these 2 screws right here. Make sure not to drop them. So that is the first one. And there's one more sitting right over here. And as you guys can see, I dropped the second screw. So make sure you guys don't drop the second screw. Thankfully, I have a bunch of these at my other house, so I will be swapping it over as soon as I get to my other place. But make sure you don't lose that screw. At this point, we can go ahead and just start finessing this part out. You could pull up on this bottom portion. Leave the sensor actually connected so you don't have any issues. And just kind of keep working this thing back and forth and trying to disconnect this from the top piece. There is a couple clamps. It looks like there's one broken up here. There should be about 4, I believe. Yeah, there's one on the bottom, one up here, and there's 3 all around. Alright guys, now that we have the PCV removed, I actually tucked it down there. I left it connected, and I'll show you guys how that looks towards the end, but we got that out of the way. So at this point, guys, let's get that BMS cap tool in there. So it's gonna look like this, and it comes with the kit. It even has a gasket, which is really nice. This is very well built. Install it like this, facing towards the oil catch can, so the hose can actually mount in properly. So in the kit, guys, it's gonna come with these 2 hoses. This one right here is gonna be mounted like this. It actually is perfectly already pre-cut to fit this size. This one, we will have to do a little bit of trimming. So yeah, pretty much get the size you want, make a line, and just pretty much cut it off. You're gonna have some excess tubing left over. Now that we have this hose piece cut out, let's go ahead and just install it. Now that the first hose is in there, you don't need any clamps, mainly because this isn't going anywhere and it just looks a whole lot cleaner. There's not enough pressure that you'll actually need to put any clamps there, so that is perfectly what you're supposed to do. That is super nice. This piece, you do have to cut it, but it is easy to cut. This one is not easy to cut, and that's a good thing because this side is actually already pre-cut for you. As you guys can see, this side is bigger, this side is smaller, so it's gonna sit something like this because this side is bigger. And just like that, guys, that is pretty much the install right then and there. So you have that hose right there, we have this hose right here, and then we actually have this hose kind of in between these 2 hoses right here. These are your oil lines, I believe, and we have to leave this connected or it's gonna cause some battery issues. So I pretty much just have this right here. You guys could put a zip tie or something like that, but I don't see that really going anywhere, so that's where I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. Now the next step is, if you guys want to use the Oem engine cover, which I do recommend, is that you guys do need to make a bigger cup right here. I have an image right up here somewhere that shows how it's supposed to be cut, but yeah, you just use a Dremel, cut this out so this thing can actually fit properly. Right now, this isn't gonna fit. You could rock it like this, but if you like the engine cover like I do, I'm gonna go ahead and end up cutting that down the road. But yeah, guys, this looks so good, and the fitment is so clean. I'm so happy it's in the front of the engine, not the back, so it makes it super easy to install. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure to smash the like button. If you guys want this BMS oil catch can for your N55, make sure to check out that link down below.